Hey guys, it's Pete Peppers here, and I was going to make a little how-to video for Paradise Bay. If you haven't played it yet, it's a resource management game from King, and it's been out for a while now, and it's gone through a couple updates. So I think it's gotten pretty cool. I'm not, yeah, I don't usually play these kinds of games, but I think it's a pretty solid release all the way around. And I know some of my friends have actually really gotten into it, and they play this a lot more than they play the puzzle games even anymore. So I just wanted to make a just a introductory, and just since I have played it, this isn't my real island. This is one I just made, a new one that's early on, and there's a it takes a while to start to get leveled up and get everything going. So I figured out some tips along the way, and I figured I would share them. So when you're in these early levels, everything's pretty much just you just follow along with the storyline, and you're gonna want to be, uh, you know, knocking out all these trade requests that you get as soon as you can. Um, so you need to produce as much as you can. One thing that's hard to come by in the beginning is the coins, and once you get them, there's like some different things you could do. So the very first thing you want to do is, like you said, you follow the storyline, but going to want to open up the dock here where you trade. This is the Wesley's exports. You're going to want to open that up right away because you can start selling stuff that you have left over, and then you're going to want to open up this next once you get to level 10, and it's relatively cheap, but it's going to take about, I think, 24 hours before you can actually start having boats come in. But once you do that, that's where you're going to get a lot of your. Oh, it takes 5 hours. That's not so bad. That's where you start to get your collection items and things. So what I've been doing up to this point is I've been following along, just doing the simple things. And in order to get extra coins, you can see I have about 912. I'll uh, I'll catch a lot of shrimp. I'll increase the price to the max price, and then I'll go ahead and sell those. And I think for the time that it takes to fish those in the beginning, that's your best bet. I'm gonna pause this in a bit and level it up some more before I continue the video, because the next major thing you're gonna want to do is to start expanding your islands, and you can't do that yet. So make sure you pick up you see I'm picking up the chests that are on the board. But here's a common kind of thing in the beginning that you might not know about. Like here, I could buy this piece of land, I could clear it out for 300, or the other option, and the one I think is better, is to spend that on these coconut trees. They're 250 a piece, and you can have 3 at any given time. And these are going to be more productive in the long term. Like, we don't really need the space right now. So most of the time, you don't even really need to do that. You don't even really want to expand that unless you have a reason to. Instead, like I said, I'm just going to keep throwing shrimp on, and I'm going to complete those. I'm going to build every building I get a chance to build. You can see that I have the coffee shop under construction right now, and I can get another turtle, but I don't have enough coins. So I would even say that getting another turtle would be better than opening up more land. And you'll see these critters running around. You're going to want to collect those at all times when you see them. Sometimes they're on the ground, sometimes they're out in the water. Later on, you'll find them a lot of times behind here. So you want to look all around while you're waiting for your stuff to get done, and you can also find them up here in this. And then you can also visit your friends, and you can collect them on there too. So I'm going to pause this and pick it up after I level some more. I'm going to complete some more of these trades. I'm going to sell some more. As you can see, these shrimp already that I put in here a minute ago already sold, so I'm going to collect that, and that'll get me closer to being able to buy that next turtle. So see you in a second. All right, guys. So I'm a little bit further now. Not a whole lot further, but I did advance some, and I'm at another point where I have some choices to make. And so I just leveled up to level 12, and I have, um, as you can see now, I have more things I can buy. And this is why I was saying you don't want to waste coins on other things. I have a mole, a turtle. Those are both 1500. And I have another, my second wood shop's there, which would be, or workshop, I should say, is there, which would be nice. But then I had the blacksmith. So I have 1500 to spend, and you can see I'm still doing the shrimp so that I can get more. So definitely the blacksmith is the next step. And there's a couple reasons why. One, like I had said earlier, that the production is where you make more goods that you can trade and sell and complete your trade posts later. And that's a big thing to keep in mind always. And as you go, it's gonna take longer for them to build. As you can see, they're getting a little bit longer. I think the coffee shop was an hour and a half, and now this is 5 hours, and so on and so forth until they become 24 hours each. So you're gonna want to get those down as soon as you can, so you can start to make more coins. And whenever I'm doing this other stuff, I'm making sure that I hit the rush buttons when I have a chance, because that cuts 30 seconds off of that. I'm cycling on my crops so that I can keep a full stock as soon as they're ready. And so the basic part at this point in the game is we want to be able to make as much production as we can so that we can have coins. We're going to sell. We're going to keep doing shrimp so that we can sell those right away. And I'll show you one thing here. Like I said, make sure you jack up the price to the highest, and that'll give us 145. And so, one of the things I'll show you here is like the shrimp. It takes a minute and a half. Well, it takes 2 minutes to build a net, or if you're watching, you can advance it at a minute and a half, and it takes 5 to catch a shrimp. So one shrimp at max is 29. On the other hand, you have stuff like iron ore. That seems like it's a more valuable resource because it takes more work to make it. It takes more ingredients and it takes longer. But you can see there's only a small difference, right? So I feel like as far as everything, and same thing with this. This will take like 10 minutes, and the most we can get for it is 20. So really, the most valuable thing you have is your shrimp in the beginning. And that'll change a little bit over time. We'll talk about that later. The other part here is that you see there's a lot of different directions you're going to want to expand later. Like over here, this is where your seal house is going to be, and I'll show you all this on my real island. And we have over here is where we can buy things from other players. We can also still visit other players and buy things that way, but that's where we'll start to advance it. So the decisions you're going to make are going to be like, well, we want this dock, obviously, because boats come in and you can get a lot of XP to level up and a lot of coins that way. And then you can expand that out. So the tough decisions that you make when you're playing are like, do I buy another dock, or do I, want to do this? So we'll just talk about the different ways that you do it. But I think the basic general idea here is that production is key. And production is going to be how you're going to make more coins and get more XPs. And then you're also going to, like I said, you're also going to want to expand your storage as fast as you can. And that's going to come from the boat trades and things like that. So I'm going to pause it again. And I'll give us 2 more little sections here. One on when we get to the islands, and then the other one I'll show you my complete one and show you the different things after how they look when they're unlocked. So I'll be back in a sec. All right, so it's a little bit a few hours later, and now you can see that I got all the buildings. I have one in process. I could buy another workshop, which I'll do soon. But the one thing I want to do here is I want to with the 2400 that I have, I'm gonna upgrade the next dock. You can see I have a boat. I just traded 3 of these to the last boat, 3 pearls, so I don't have any more yet. So that's one of the reasons why having more docks will be good. And this one will be done by the time I wake up tomorrow. Um, and I can also go ahead and expand this way now, because out here we have the where you can trade with other islands. And real quick, you can see, like, if I look, the next building I'm gonna get isn't till level 18, so it's fine to go ahead and go out that way and get started on this. So see, now we can open up the world market, and that just helps because you can buy things when you need them. So I'll get that started before I go to sleep too. And the next thing we're going to do will be, when we get to level 16, we'll be able to go up here and open up this map table. That opens the world map. Well, it's level 17, I guess. But that's pretty much it for the beginning part of the game. I'll make one more short clip whenever I get to the world map and talk about that. From this point, I'm just going to keep producing as much stuff as I can, make as many coins as I can, and get to our point where we can open up more docks and we can go to the islands, because that's where we can start to really bring in coins, because we can buy stuff cheap there and sell it for more in our market. And I did buy one of these. I was up to, I guess, about 110 in the gems. So when I was selling stuff earlier, I opened one, and I would open these with the first gems you get. It can be a little bit confusing when you first play, because they're not like gold bars. Like they work the same way. They're the ones you buy or whatever in other games. But what's kind of nice about these is you keep getting them throughout the game, and so you can spend them. You just want to spend them on the right things. And I think opening this up will be able to bring in more coins and XPs that way. So I would spend them on that, and then later, whenever you start to have other things, you'll start adding them so that you can put more crafts in at the same time when you go away for a while. Alright, so we'll pick up whenever in a few more levels and finish off the video. Alright, so I wanted to end this all with one last clip, but I'm going to have to make 2, so I'm going to make this one kind of short. But here's the situation. I have all my buildings. I have opened up the where you can trade, and I now have 5,000 coins. So you'd have the choice I have is to come over this way and go towards the bazaar, or I can open up the next dock. And this is what I'm going to do. And the reason why is because you can see right now I'm stuck with the 2 boats I have, and this will happen a lot because you can't send the boats away like you can with the trade post. If you get a trade post that you don't want to do, you can just hit the garbage can, and you should do this because it'll pop up with things that you can't really make at that time, but with the boats you can't. So I'm going to invest the 5,000 I have, or the 3,000 of the 5,000 I have now to get the next dock going. Now that's going to take 12 hours, so that's another reason to get it done now. And the other reason is because this is where I want to come next. The bazaar is important, and we're going to want to get it, but I want to get as much production and coins coming in as I can, and I can do that better by going up here, which I'll show you in the next video when I get to the next level. So just plugging along still, doing the trade post, closing them out whenever I can't get them, selling, producing stuff nonstop to sell it in the market over here in Wesley's Exports, and just collecting coins and leveling up. So one more installment coming. So we're at level 17 now, and this is the part I was telling you that the way I would prefer to go. I saved up $5,000 in coins, and now we can repair the map table. It's nice we got 1,500 of those coins back. And tomorrow I'll finish this up and show you how that works, and it'll be good to go. So you can see everything is caught up. I got 2,000 coins. I can save up a little bit more and then go towards the bazaar. And I'll just keep doing what I have been doing and level up in the process. So here we are. This is the last kind of early phase of development. In that time, we have our 3 docks open. The next one's 30,000, so that'll take a really long time to save up for. And now our map table is done. Everything else has been the same. We just want to keep, getting our new buildings. We got a soup pot now. We want to keep producing. We want to keep doing trade posts and boat trades so that we can get coins, get XPs. You can see that even though we spent some gems earlier, we're back up to 129. So like I said, you get a pretty good amount of those in, so that you're going to spend. So don't worry too much about that. Spending them for the right things, like expanding your slots and your exports, and adding more slots in your mills so you can get more stuff done when you're away from the game, are the best investments. As long as you're only spending on stuff like that when you need it, you'll never really run out. Alright, so let's have a look at the map. So now we have extra islands, okay? And first one's Angler's Island. So let's check it out. It's automatically unlocked. And, well, it's actually got one map piece. I bought a couple of these, and I got a couple from the world market. That's one of the things that wasn't a production item that I bought with my coins, and the reason is because this is where you get more coins. So he has a board. All the different islands have a board. When you go, they're going to sell you something for really cheap, and they're going to buy something as well. And it starts out slow. You don't get rich overnight, but once you get the relationship level to 5, you start getting these, and you can get them every I think it's every 8 hours. So you'll start to get a surplus of these kinds of things, and you can sell them. So we got 4 fish for 28, and we'll sell those for 9. You can see we have a timer here, so we'll come back in an hour, and we'll be able to buy more. We also get animals here. So when we get to the 10th level, you can take this home with us, and animals come into play later. So let's look at the rest of the map while we're here. So we bought 4 for 28 fish, so you can go right to the market if you want the exports. You can see we got 28 each, so we quadruple our money. So obviously that's a way to make coins, and it's kind of exponential. You get more valuable things with the more islands that you unlock and stuff. So this is the Isle of the Giving Tree. This gives you gems. It'll give you gems on a regular schedule, which is nice. we need 4 more map fragments for that one. Chameleon Cove, it would probably be the next one that you get. You need 4 more of the map fragments, and you get, like I said, you can buy these pretty regularly. People sell them because they get the islands maxed out, so it's not so bad. And you can see that the blue maps are the rare ones. They're hardest to get, and these 2 are still locked. You have to get to levels 24 and 28. So you want to collect map fragments as you go along, and you want to open those up as fast as you can, because that's really where you'll start to get things. And you can sort of see it in here with what people are selling who are at higher levels than we are. Not that. I guess they kind of keep people that are around the same amount as you. So a couple other things, if you want to, if you don't have a lot, one of the things that you're going to want to do is have friends who play the game. They on their support site, on their forum, they have a place where you can find friends. It's a little bit different if you play on Google Play or if you play on the from the App Store for Apple. So you just want to check around and find friends. Like, there's only 3 down here now. You can have this maxed out to a lot, and that'll improve your chances of being able to collect karma and other things that you're going to need later. We'll open up, after you get the map table, our next thing will be we'll open the bazaar. We can make recipes there and start working on getting our animals. And then the seal house is another way where you can, once you get it opened up, you can start doing dives and dive on your friends' dives and get things and materials and gold a lot faster. So this is my personal island that I worked on. I played it a whole lot in the very beginning, and then I go back and forth. They just had an event, so I played it some more. I'm at level 43. There's 50 of them, and I take an approach of just having production. I don't really decorate my island. I have everything kind of where I can harvest it and just produce coins and get things really fast. I have everything opened up. Once you do the map, I moved my map table. Once you move that to get your islands, you have your bazaar open and your seal house down here. You'll want to go straight up here on the side to where Clara is. She'll bring more. She'll bring more in the way of the storyline, and you'll need to open up this cave, and she'll come out. She's another character in the story. You see, I have animals here. Animals, we can feed them, and they give us things. You get those over in the bazaar. You have to, whenever you're collecting sapphires, jade, and rubies, and you can buy these flowers. What's nice about this is it actually takes them out of your storage, and it puts it over here, in that. So that'll help you have room, because storage is a problem all the way through the whole process. And just real quick, I'll show you the map opened up. This is the last island, Shogu. Here you can buy 2 of these for $22.50, and they sell for $16. So every time you buy and sell these, you make 1,000 gold. You can see I have everything. I've bought everything, and I have 200,000 gold. So eventually, once you start to really get into it and selling things, you will have coin reserve. There's a lot. I didn't open up all the island parts. That I could open any of these now with these, but I just don't really care to decorate. I'll show you some other ones real quick. Some people get really into, decorating the island so they open everything all the way up. Let's see. Yeah, you can see this is much nicer than mine, and they have way more, like there's more animals, more decoration, and they don't have it, they have cleared all the spots out now. So it's up to you. I just don't think people come and visit that much, and so I don't really see what the point of spending a lot of time is. But to each his own. However you want to run your island, it's your island. So I'm just to recap really quickly. To get to that point where you have all this stuff, you're gonna need gold coins. You're gonna need to build all of your buildings to produce things so that you can trade with the boats and you can trade at the trade post. That's going to be your top priority. You can see that I have all my slots opened up till 4 on most, and I still have 500 gems. So, as long as you don't spend them on random things very often, you'll be able to have plenty of those. So you're gonna have production. You're going to trade actively, get these opened up, and just constantly be trading. Go to your islands from your map, buy stuff and sell it to get your coins up. Make sure you visit the giving tree and get your free gems each day. Once you do, it'll tell you when. You get them every 16 hours, so you have a little thing here. So that's basic. That's the basic stuff. That's all the hard decisions as far as the beginning goes. I'm gonna write up a how-to with this too, and I'll put the link in the description at the bottom so that you can follow it along. But like I said, it's a fun game, especially if you like resource management, or you played Farmville back in the day, or one of those, one of the ones that's popular now. You'll probably like it. They've done a pretty good job of adding new things. They just had the event, the Trade Fest event, which was cool. So it's social also. You got your friends. I recommend getting active in the support forum and looking for a group on Facebook. There's a couple good ones. I don't have one for this game because it's not the same as my other group. So. But yeah, you can find people who play and you can trade. And when you need something, you can trade for something that you have. And I don't know, give it a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I might make another one down the road about some more advanced things. But this is pretty much all you need to know. So, it's Pete Peppers. Thanks for watching.